As a marketer, you're often bombarded with requests from the sales team. One day they needed a brochure, the next day a case study. The day after that, they might ask which industry event to attend or request promotion materials to help them engage with prospects. Meanwhile, you're faced with bigger questions. Should you create a new website or social media profiles? Do you need to set up accounts on LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram? You can't ignore these requests, but you can also handle everything at once due to time and budget constraints. The key challenge here is knowing what to prioritize and in which order to stay one step ahead and best support your sales efforts. To solve this puzzle, we need to start by mapping out your customer journey. The customer journey is a process a potential buyer go through from the first becoming aware of a problem to the moment they make a purchase. The journey is typically defined by 4 stages of the marketing funnel, but don't worry about the jargon. We'll explain everything step by step. Let's walk through this process using a fictional company as example, Pan Euro Medical. Pan Euro Medical, based in Europe, provides healthcare assistance with advanced surgical solutions at affordable prices. They noticed a shift in the industry. Instead of relying on traditional laparoscopic tools, surgeons are now interested in surgical robots. The procurement manager at Pan Euro Medical starts searching online to explore robotic surgery options and discovers a white paper on LinkedIn about the shift from conventional surgery to robotic surgery, highlighting benefits like reduced operation times, improved clinical outcomes, and fewer complications. The paper was published by a company called Invita Robotics. The procurement manager browsed the company's LinkedIn page and visited Invita's website, watched an informative product video, and downloaded a brochure for further review. Before downloading the brochure, he was asked if he would like to leave his email information. He agreed. The next day, a sales rep reached out via LinkedIn to schedule a sales pitch. The online presentation went well, but the procurement manager wanted to see the product in action. So Invita invited him to attend Medica in Düsseldorf, where they have a booth showcasing the equipment. The exhibition visit proved successful, but the manager remains uncertain about the machine's clinical performance and reliability, particularly given the high cost. While researching online, he found that a clinic in France has already adopted this machine, and he asked the sales rep if he can visit the center to see the product in use. During the visit, the manager learned the equipment is frequently used, and the clinic has even published a study in a renowned journal. Excited by this, he reported his findings to his managerial team, and they quickly organized a trip to China to negotiate pricing and terms. Shortly after, a distribution agreement was signed. This is a simplified example of a typical customer journey in the healthcare industry. In reality, the process can be much more complex and take longer, but it illustrates the role marketing plays in guiding the customer toward a purchase. The customer journey can be broken down into 4 main stages: awareness, consideration, conversion, and loyalty. These are conceptual stages. While they provide a helpful framework, a customer's mindset isn't always linear. It can shift at any point in the journey. Awareness. A customer becomes aware of a problem and begins to seek solutions. They may search online, attend industry events, or ask for recommendations. Sometimes customers don't even realize they have a problem, and it's the marketer's job to help them recognize it. This is your opportunity to introduce your brand and make long-lasting impression. Consideration. At this stage, the customer has identified the problem and is actively evaluating possible solutions. They start considering doing business with your company. This is where lead generation occurs. Potential customers express interest by sharing their contact information like email or phone number, exchange for valuable information or engagement. Conversion. The customer has identified the right solution and is ready to make a purchase. This is the stage where sales efforts are focused on closing the deal. Loyalty. After the purchase, the goal is to remain a positive relationship and ensure a satisfactory experience. Loyal customers are more likely to return and recommend your brand to others, which increase their lifetime customer value. Throughout these stages, there are various touchpoints where your company can interact with potential customers. This allows you to strategically plan and place the touchpoints so you have the best opportunity to reach and convert customers. Touchpoints can be categorized into two main types: content and events. Content helps establish your brand's thought leadership, an authority in your field who provides unique insights, expertise, and solutions, much like what we are doing on this channel. In healthcare, key opinion leaders or KOLs are a great example of thought leadership. These experts influence their peers with clinical guidelines, case studies, and journal articles that shape industry standards and drive adoption of new solutions. Contents can be classified into paid, owned, and earned types. Paid content. Paid content is exactly what it sounds like. It requires financial investment to access. Common examples include search engine marketing, where you pay for visibility in search results or ads. Companies also offer services to help generate leads via social media advertising, which can target specific audiences based on demographics or interests. Another example is email marketing, where you send periodic emails to your subscribers or potential customers, often obtained through Congress member lists or other opt-in sources. Paid content can be highly effective, especially when you invest significantly. It's a great tool for driving large amounts of traffic in a short period, such as when launching a new product or creating awareness for a new brand. However, the traffic generated by paid content tends to stop once investment ends. While powerful, it's important not to become overly reliant on paid content. It should be used strategically as a short-term boost, not a long-term strategy. Owned content. Owned content encompasses everything that is under your direct control. This includes your website, all content posted by your marketing team on social media platforms, and the sales collaterals provided to your team, such as sales decks, brochures, and promotional videos. Customers, particularly those in administrative roles, often request supporting materials such as case studies, cost analysis reports, or clinical research to validate the performance and economic benefits of our products before making purchasing decisions. Finally, strong brand presence is an invaluable asset that plays a role throughout the customer journey. A solid, consistent brand not only elevates your reputation, but also reinforces trust and credibility at every stage, making it one of the most powerful forms of owned content. Earned content. Your reputation precedes you is more relevant than ever in the era of social media. Earned content refers to the content generated by external parties such as distributors, partners, and end users that speaks to the quality and value of your product or service. This type of content can be incredibly persuasive to potential customers as it comes from trusted, unbiased sources. However, be mindful of the risks. If your company makes a misstep, negative feedback or poor reviews can spread just as quickly, tarnishing your brand's reputation. This highlights the importance of maintaining a strong, positive relationships with customers and partners, ensuring that the earned content is a true reflection of your brand's value. Customers today are largely immune to traditional sales pitches. They want genuine, insightful content that addresses their real pain points and helps them improve their outcomes. A 2024 Eldon report shows that 73% of B2B decision makers find thought leadership content more trustworthy than traditional marketing materials and product sheets. Content is easy and cheap to distribute. Gone are the days of printing ads, mailing brochures, or distributing CDs. Now you can share videos on YouTube, write blog posts on LinkedIn, and post news on Twitter or Instagram. Even paid advertising like SEM, keyword ads, or sponsored posts is far more affordable than traditional channels such as magazines or trade publications. Unlike events, which are temporary, content has enduring value. It can live on your website, in email campaigns, and across social media platforms for years. These accumulations of content can also build trust and credibility over time, as potential customers revisit resources and engage with your brand. While content builds awareness and interest, events are more targeted and help convert prospects at a critical stage of their journey. Examples include industry exhibitions, academic conferences, webinars, or factory visits. Events are personal interactions. Your team meets with potential clients face-to-face or through live virtual sections, which makes the experience more memorable and impactful. Events like content can also be divided into categories: public and private. Public events are open to anyone and typically don't require invitations. In fact, these events are designed to attract as large an audience as possible. Public events are particularly effective in the awareness and considering stages of customer journey, as they allow you to generate significant exposure and capture a wide pool of sales leads. Examples of public events include trade shows, conferences, and industry exhibitions. These events are perfect for introducing your brand to a broader audience and sparking the interest among potential customers who may not yet be aware of your products or services. Private events are more exclusive and focus on a selected group of individuals you want to engage in deeper, more meaningful interactions. These events are typically more targeted and personal, aimed at moving customers through the next stages of the funnel. Examples include factory visits, where you showcase the craftsmanship and quality of the production process, or inviting healthcare professionals to visit a center of excellence to observe your product in action. These events provide a valuable opportunity for relationship building and can be highly impactful in influencing key decision makers. Private events usually require the presence of your sales and marketing teams and provide ideal settings for building stronger, trust-based connections with your customers. Events are designed to move prospects through the funnel. For example, when someone visits your booth at a trade show, you can ask for their business card and schedule an online meeting, moving them from awareness to consideration. A well-organized factory visit can help move them from consideration to conversion. Events aimed at existing customers, like distributor conferences, can help maintain loyalty. Hosting an event requires significant resources, both in terms of time and money. You need to coordinate logistics, prepare materials, and ensure all stakeholders are aligned. Since events are often more expensive on content creation, they require careful consideration and full commitment from your team. Content is reusable. You create it once and it can serve you for years. Events, however, are unique and require fresh ideas each time. It's important to have a repertoire of events formats that can be adopted while still offering something new and engaging each time. Remember, even though we categorize assets as either content or events, most assets serve multiple purposes. For example, a brand video might be created to build awareness, but it can also prompt undecided customer to reach out. Similarly, a workshop can be aimed at showcasing your product's real-life performance to close a deal, But it can also introduce new potential customers to a brand, increasing awareness and interest. The key is to maximize every touchpoint and ensure that every interaction with a content or event supports your journey in the most efficient way possible. This way, every investment, whether in time, money, or resources, will work to its full potential. In the upcoming episodes, we'll explore these categories in greater detail. We'll discuss what makes it effective, the best practice for each, and common pitfalls to avoid. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, save, or subscribe if you find this useful. I'll see you in the next episode.